There's a whole lot of shit talking going on. Brand new I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is coming up next. Jussie Smollett has been arrested and charges have been pressed on this motherfucker. Will he get Willie hutched for an unprecedented third time? Or will we get a good old-fashioned Aielloing? The Oscars are this weekend. I make all my predictions if you give a fuck or not. Plus, we have more Meek Mill blowback and Meek Mill shit talking. All that and more on a brand new banging, big body, 15 fucking round I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. Miles, Jordan, let me get something real nice. Something real proper. But most importantly, something real funky. Let's go. All right, have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is here. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the White Bobby Womack, a.k.a. Shaman Rapaport. Yes, I am now a shaman. I took a 90-minute online course. I am officially a shaman. We are here. We made it. We made it through the week. It's been a busy week. It's been a tumultuous week. Chaotic week. There's never a week off. There's really never a day off from something bizarre happening. Not bizarro like Bizarro Steph Curry, who we haven't heard from in a while. I wonder how Bizarro Steph Curry is doing. Finally, basketball is back. Last night we had a bunch of games. As you know, the NBA All-Star break is extended, and I think that's fine. It's 4 days. They get a break. The All-Star game is Sunday, and then they don't start playing until Thursday, which I think is good, because if you participate in the All-Star game in any way, shape, or form, or you spend your time down an All-Star weekend, you need a fucking break. And I think all the fans, it's good to take a break. And everybody just get some breathing room. I have been on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. Shannon hasn't been there this week. He's been taking care of something. He'll be back next week, I'm pretty sure. But I have been rocking for the last 4 days with Skip, with Rob Parker, with Chris Broussard, and I love it, talking all kinds of shit. It's so funny, the reactions people have when you talk sports and you talk shit and you lay down the law and you lay down the line and you keep it funking. Listen, all you disruptors out there, continue to disrupt. All the people listening, disrupt, continue to disrupt. Talk shit, have opinions. If people don't like it, tell them to eat dicks. If you can. You can't do that at work. Ask questions. Ask more questions. Speak loud. Talk shit proudly. Sincerely. You don't have to be a lunatic like myself, but continue to disrupt. The only bad question is the question you don't ask. That sounded so dumb when you were in grade school, but it's true. Continue to disrupt, continue to ask questions, continue to pound your shit, talk shit, let the chips fall where they may. So Jussie Smollett has been arrested. The motherfucker was arrested. Okay, and I don't call or consider myself Mr. Prediction, but I was on this motherfucker from day one. We've been tracking this fucking case from day one. I have Willie hutched him not once, but twice. 2 fucking times I Willie hutched this fucking guy. And I got a handful of requests after the last podcast to Willie hutch him again. And then I got even more requests. Willie hutch him a third time. Mike, do it. Get this motherfucker. So you know what? I'm gonna get him. Miles! Let me get that fucking Willie Hutch. Give me the music. No. Juicy Jesse. You know what, matter of fact? Cut the music. Cut the fucking music off. Cut the Willie Hutch off right now, Miles. I'm not giving him more of that good old Willie Hutch. I tried once. I tried twice. Now I gotta bring in Danny. I gotta bring in fucking Danny Aiello to try to finally talk some fucking sense in the Juicy Jussie Smollett. What's his fucking name? Joe Juicy. What the fuck is his name? What the fuck did you do? Juicy fucking Jussie Smollett. You crazy cocksucker, you. You're the fucking MAGA hat wearing motherfucker. You crazy motherfucker, I saw you in fucking handcuffs. Good. You're still looking into the fucking camera like you're fucking the gay fucking Tupac. You ain't the gay fucking Tupac. You crazy cocksucker, you. You paid those 2 Nigerians with a check. You cheap dumb fuck. And you got the fucking nerve to complain that you got caught. You sent yourself hate mail. You hired 2 Nigerians to call you the N-word, you dumb motherfucker, you. You ain't getting out of this one, you motherfucker. If I was working on that fucking show, I don't know what the fucking name of the fucking show is. I would bust your fucking head open myself. Juicy fucking Jussie Smollett. You got caught. It was all a fucking hoax. And it's because you're a dumb motherfucker, you. The police lieutenant or chief of police or somebody big in the Chicago Police Department put out a statement with all the facts. This Juicy Jussie motherfucker is so stupid, so selfish. And if I was him, when I stood in front of the fucking judge, instead of trying to keep this half-cooked plan going, I would say, Your Honor, I'm obviously batshit fucking crazy. Your Honor, please, I am pleading insanity. Of course I'm insane. Of course I'm fucking batshit fucking crazy. Of course I'm out of my fucking tree, Your Honor. Otherwise, why the fuck would someone do something so stupid? Your Honor, please send me away to the cuckoo's nest of your liking. I'll go away. I'll pay the fucking fines. Have some mercy on me. But you know what? Juicy fucking Jussie won't do that. Okay? He won't do that while he still can. He should be playing the insanity card. He should say, lock me the fuck up, send me to Bellevue, send me to any mental institution of your choice, any psychiatric ward of your choice, Your Honor. But he won't do that. He won't do that. And this case is so sad and so pathetic and so irresponsible. And it has O.J. Simpson-like themes to it already because of the race and the MAGA hat issue and the sexuality. And now dumbasses like this fucking dick-stained Don Lemon, that clown on CNN, is saying that Juicy Jussie is a victim in all of this. This is what this motherfucker says, that he's a victim and that the media is responsible. Some people are saying, how could we believe this with the crooked police? Yo, this is not a race thing at this point. This is not a homosexual thing. This is not a LGBTQ issue. This is a selfish, sick fuck. A motherfucker who staged an entire thing because he was unhappy. This is what they found from talking to the two brothers. He was unhappy with the amount of money he was getting paid on Empire. You punk clown motherfucker, you're lucky to be working. Everybody thinks there's some sort of fucking freedom fighter and fighting for your rights. No one understands what Hollywood is about, and no one explains how Hollywood really works. You get what you get, and if you don't like it, you get the fuck out of there, and look at 17 other people that'll be ready to work for that amount of money and even less. The difference between being a Hollywood actor and an NFL player is that you're really, really, really replaceable. Now, there's only so many people that could play quarterback in the NFL or tight end or offensive lineman. Okay, the list goes down, but there's plenty of great actors who've never had breaks. You want to get more money for Empire. Who the fuck do you think you are? That show will go on without you, and you're getting kicked off, dummy. Juicy Jesse, you're getting kicked off, and you're going to learn that show doesn't need you. You're not the fucking show. The show is Taraji and Terrence Howard. That's the fucking show. You want more money. Get the fuck out of here. What did this fucking dummy do before this show? If you ain't Will Smith, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and a handful of others, you get what the fuck you get. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. That is the harsh, real reality of being an actor in show business, especially now. In the 90s, guys like me, we could negotiate. We could push, we could hold out. You have something called your quote. A quote is what you made on your last film. So let's just say, I'm just throwing numbers out there, and this ain't real numbers. Let's say on my last film, let's just say, for instance, on Zebra, let's say on Deep Blue Sea, I made $5,000. Now, obviously I made way more than $5,000, but I'm just throwing that number out there philosophically. But let's say on Deep Blue Sea, I made $5,000. Okay? So they come back to me for my next movie. This is out of order, but let's say they say, okay, we want you to be in Beautiful Girls. We're offering you $5,000. And my agent will say, well, his quote is $5,000. He was great in Deep Blue Sea. We're trying to get Mike Rapp $6,000. And they might say, oh, well, we're going to pay you $5,000. And the agent would go, well, we think it's fair that you pay him $6,000. Now, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, most studios, most film companies would go, you know what, you're right. We're going to go from $5,000 to $6,000, okay? Now, people don't give a fuck about your quote. You might say, well, I got $300,000 on my last movie. That's my quote. And they might say, well, we don't give a fuck. We're offering you $215,000. And the agents will be like, come on, in good faith, you should give him at least his quote. They'll go, listen, asshole, you got 15 minutes, take it or leave it. That's the reality. Now, those aren't real numbers again, but that's the reality on how this shit works. This fucking nobody, nothing. See, people get confused. They think, well, when I go out, people ask me for selfies. I have a 1 point, blah, 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 a million fans on Instagram. They all say I'm the shit. When I go to a club, I get in free. Everybody's like, yo, I'm on Empire. Yo, that don't matter, Duke. There's a budget for the show. And the majority of the budget for the show of Empire is going to Taraji, Terrence Howard, and the creator, Lee Daniels. You, my man, we could kill you off anytime, any place, any scene we want. And you thought doing this was going to hype up your profile and all that? And this is what you come up with? This shit? This irresponsible, fake bullshit? And the fact that this motherfucker just hasn't said, yes, I made this up. I'm crazy. I'm going to go get help. And I hope someday people can forgive me. Makes me show that this guy really don't give a fuck. He's a selfish, rude, narcissistic, dumb fuck. That's why he got 2 Willie Hutches and an Aiello. Unprecedented. You see, my voice is fucking hurting me now. My voice is hurting me because I had to Willie Hutchins prick twice, and now Aiello, this cocksucker. I am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I'll be right back. Yo, Oxnard, California, on March 14th, I am doing stand-up comedy. all night long in Oxnard, California at Levity Live, Oxnard Levity Live. Tickets are available at improv.com, improv.com, improv.com. Come see me. I'm talking shit. I'm telling jokes all night long at Oxnard Levity Live. Tickets are available at improv.com Thursday, March 14th, and then Thursday, March 21st. I am going to be in Ontario, California, doing stand-up, headlining at the Ontario, California Improv, the Improvisation, the Improv Comedy Club in Ontario. I'll be there March 21st, the day after my 49th birthday. I don't want to get into that, but I will be there March 21st. Tickets are also available for that show, March 21st in Ontario, California at improv.com. That's improv.com, IMPROV. Come check me out on the 14th in Oxnard and the 21st of March in Ontario. So on the last primetime premium I Am Rapaport stereo podcast, we did all sorts of sick fucks. I don't know if we're going to do any sick fucks today. Juicy Jesse is taking up all the sick fuck of the week space in the room. But we had some good ones. And if you're not a premium subscriber, you should be. You could download the app at I Am Rapaport. The app, it's called I Am Rapaport for premium emergency podcast, little videos, all sorts of fun stuff. $2.99 a month. Okay, $2.99 a month. I Am Rapaport app. You download it where apps are available on the App Store. Blah 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 blah. You know where to find it. It is the I Am Rapaport app. Get that premium primetime love. All right, so the Oscars are Sunday. The hostless Oscars, which I'm not watching live. I'm not going to bore myself to fucking tears with this show. The Kevin Hart debacle left them hostless. They can't do a full... You know what the reality is? If they did full background checks on all the actors, all the directors, producers, everybody in the film industry, we're a bunch of fucking dirty dogs just like everybody else. Okay, that's why they can't do a host with the Oscars, because if they start doing full tilt filters on everybody, there's not even going to be a show. Get the producers, the cameramen, do checkups on all of them. There'll be no fucking show. The guy who makes the Oscars is probably a fucking creep. But I'm going to break down, I'm going to do my picks in the main categories, and it goes a little something like this. Okay, so the Oscars. Best Picture nominations are Roma, which... I liked. It's a cinematic film. It's slow. It's definitely something that I suggest you watch in a movie theater if you can. At home, you're going to be like, what the fuck are you telling me to watch this for? I'm going to keep it funky with you. A Star is Born, which I've talked about, which I think is a good film, not a great film. Black Klansman, what I think is a good film, not a great film. Black Panther, which I think is a great societal, social film. I don't think it should be nominated for Best Picture. You call me racist. Bohemian Rhapsody, didn't love. The music sequences are great when they're talking. Rami Malek, his teeth should get a nomination. There should be like best teeth, and he would just get the award hands down. Best prosthetic teeth, because his teeth game was insane. I'm surprised that it hasn't been highlighted more. It looked crazy to me. The Favorite, which I watched some of. I didn't pay attention to. That's my wife's shit. She really likes that movie. Green Book, which I liked, kind of cliche, deals with race, kind of interesting. We've seen it all before. It could have easily been a Lifetime film, if you ask me. It's a Lifetime film with really good actors, Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. And then the final selection for Best Picture nomination is Vice, which I think is totally overrated. But I think this has been a completely weak year for film across the board. I'm sure there's a bunch of independent little films that I didn't see that are deserving of more accolades than they're getting. But this is where we are in the film business. My prediction for what will win Best Picture, these are my predictions. I want to be right. These aren't my feelings. These are my predictions, like if I was betting. If I was betting, my prediction for Best Picture will be Roma. Snooze fest. The guy will get up there. Alfonso Cuarón, dope director. He'll talk for probably 5 minutes. He doesn't speak fantastic English. This is why they tried to get rid of some of the other awards. Alfonso Cuarón will bring the Oscars to a halt. Thank God it's at the end of the show where people are probably sleeping or already turned it off when he wins for Best Picture for the film Roma. Best Actress, we have Glenn Close, who's been nominated 7 times. Glenn Close has been nominated 7 times for an Oscar. She's never won. Yalitza Aparicio from Roma. Olivia Colman from The Favorite. Lady Gaga, who is the person who wants to win an Oscar more than anybody else but won't admit it in the 2019 Oscars. And Melissa McCarthy in Can You Ever Forgive Me, which is a sleeper, really good film, and a more dramatic performance from Melissa McCarthy, who obviously does mostly comedies, and she's very talented. My prediction is that Glenn Close will win the Oscar. Glenn Close will win the Oscar. I think one of the most interesting moments of the night is watch Lady Gaga's face when Glenn Close wins Best Actress. That is a note to everybody. Watch Lady Gaga's face drop. Now, it's hard for her face to drop because I think she over Botoxes her face, and everybody's going to be Botoxed to the nines for Oscar night. But when they announce Glenn Close over her, because she thinks, oh, I'm going to win. They have billboards all over the place. I'm going to win. You ain't winning. You ain't fucking winning. That's my prediction. Glenn Close will win Best Actress. But one of the great moments of the night will be watching Lady Gaga's reaction to losing. Best Actor, we have Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody, Christian Bale, who was great in Vice, although I didn't love the film. Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born. Good. I don't think he deserves to be nominated for an Oscar, but he did a very good job directing, and he's obviously dope. Bradley Cooper's a dope actor. I just don't think he deserves Best Actor nomination for that performance in A Star Is Born. That's my opinion. I could say that and still respect him, just like I could say that Meek Mill's overrated and still respect him. Willem Dafoe, At Eternity's Gate. He's dope. He ain't winning. Viggo Mortensen with a bad New York accent in Green Book. That's right, I said it. It's a bad New York accent in the film Green Book, which again could have been a straight to cable film. The winner will be Rami Malek and his teeth and his fake mustache from Bohemian Rhapsody. I do not think his performance was flawless. The singing, the dancing was flawless. But the acting, the teeth, and the hair were distracting to me. But Rami Malek, who we worked with on The War at Home, will be winning Best Actor for Bohemian Rhapsody. Again, these are not what I want to win. These are what I think will win. Like if I was betting, I would bet on that. Supporting Actress, and now I said this on the Ian Rapaport Stereo Podcast, I did not think that If Beale Street Could Talk was a great film. I said that Regina King was great in it. Regina King has been great in everything. Regina King is an iconic actress. Since she came on the screen when she was probably 19, when they did Boys in the Hood, or 20 or 21, when they did Boys in the Hood, and she brought the dookie braids and that attitude. Regina King has literally been great in everything she's done for the past 25 years. I didn't think she would get nominated. She's nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Amy Adams in Vice. Emma Stone in The Favorite. Marina de Tavera in Roma. And Rachel Weisz for The Favorite. Those are the nominations for Best Supporting Actress. Bet the house that Regina King will win Oscar Best Supporting Actress in If Beale Street Could Talk. Now, even though I was wrong and I didn't think she was going to get nominated, she's getting nominated. She's going to win. She deserved to get Oscar nomination for Jerry Maguire. She's a multiple Emmy winner for stuff she's done on TV. She's one of the best to do it. She's a friend of mine. I want her to win, and she will be winning. That's the only sure bet that I could guarantee is that Regina King will win Best Supporting Actress at this year's Academy Awards. Mark my words. Thank me later. Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali for The Green Book. You know he won Best Supporting Actor, I think it was 2 years ago for Moonlight. Adam Driver for Black Klansman. I thought he was really good. Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born. I don't know why he got nominated. Richard E. Grant in Can You Ever Forgive Me, the same film that Melissa McCarthy is nominated in. And Sam Rockwell for Vice. My prediction is that... this is a tough one. I don't think it should be Mahershala Ali. I think it's going to... I think Adam Driver is going to win. This is a tough one. I'm going to say Adam Driver in Klansman, in Black Klansman, is going to win Best Supporting Actor. Director Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. This guy, I can't pronounce his name. Yorgos something for The Favorite. Spike Lee for Black Klansman. Adam McKay for Vice. And Powell Pawlowski for Cold War, which is a really dope film. It's a Polish film, but it is dope. My prediction, again, is Alfonso Cuarón will win Best Director. And Roma will win Best Film. I'm not doing documentary. I'm not doing cinematography. I'm not doing anything else. Those are my predictions on what will win for the main categories. It's going to be a long, slow fucking night at the Academy Awards, especially with no host. The only thing I can guarantee you is that Regina King will win Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk, because she's a bad-ass mofo. Shout out to Regina King. I love her.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
So as you all know, I am full 150% Ashkenazi Jew. Silverback Jew, rare breed. I don't know much about the Catholic Church. I don't know much about the Christian Church, any of it. Okay, I should know more about my own religion, being a Jew. But one thing we all know is that the Catholic Church has been inundated with assault after assault after assault after sexual assault after physical assault for years and years and years and years and years. And I don't think this thing is ever going to end. The Roman Catholic Church leaders have gathered with the Pope in Vatican City. And I have to say, I really hope I don't offend anybody here, because I know people take religion very seriously. What is this fucking bullshit? The Pope, these priests, this kinds of priests, Catholic priests, Roman Catholic priests. This is 2019, man. Get into the fucking new millennium. Take the fucking robes off. Shut this whole fucking thing down. If this wasn't guarded by the fact that it's a religion, you would shut it down. If this was a college campus that it was going on, or if it was an industry like show business or the pharmaceutical business, everybody would shut this whole thing down. The amount of child sex abuse that has been going on for years. And you got these freaks reading from books and scriptures. And listen, man, you're not controlling your people. These are sick fucks. Some of them. I know all of them are not, and I know it's the minorities, but these are true blue sick fucks. They're priests. They have so many people's trust. People hand over their kids to these animals, and they abuse them, and they guilt them, and they trick them, and they lie to them. Shut this down like they would any other business. Any other business would be, this is done. The federal government would come in, the politicians, the president. I don't know how it works over there. I mean, this is a worldwide thing. I don't know the answer, but they should shut it down. Take your fucking robe off. Put some jeans on. Okay, put some Timberland boots on and a t-shirt. This isn't Last Temptation of Christ. It's 2019. The people that you're hiring to be priests, I know they don't get paid. A lot of them are sick fucks. They should shut this entire industry down. It's a religion. It's 2,000 years old. Duh. That's why they think they're able to get away with it. These priests, they don't fuck. They don't freak off. They don't skeet. That's why they're doing these terrible things. Lock them all fucking down. Pope Francis is trying to grapple with this. Done. We shut you down. If this was like a studio, if it was like Disney or Fox Studios or something like that, or Amazon, it'd be done. People would be protesting, don't support Amazon, shut Amazon down. And it would be over if it was Google, Apple, with the amount of sexual assaults and misconduct that's going on consistently year after year, it would be done. Sick and tired of hearing of it. It's disgusting. It's unimaginable. So this whole Meek Mill thing that we talked about on the last Shaman Rapaport Stereo podcast, so many people were so upset that I called him trash. And I said on the last episode that I shouldn't use that word trash because he's not like Lil Xan or one of these like mumbo. He's not my taste, and I think he's overrated. But he's certainly not trash. He's made some good songs, and that's why I walked back that comment. And then you heard that Meek Mill tweeted back at me. He used a picture, the selfie that I posted of myself with Meek Mill, which was kind of making fun of it while it was all going on. Anyway, the reaction from people, as you can imagine, and that was predictable, is it goes into some other level that makes me realize that it's good that I put that out there because we get to have a conversation and peel back the layers of the sick, racist, twisted bullshit that goes on. It goes without saying when I'm speaking to you guys, Premium Primetime Podcast listeners, you know how I get down. The good, the bad, the in-between, the shit talking. But one thing I could say for myself is that when it comes to all things hip-hop, it comes from the bottom of my heart. 99.9% of the time when I'm talking about hip-hop, it's big-upping somebody who doesn't get the big-ups. It's celebrating somebody who means a lot to me. It's interviewing somebody that means a lot to me. It's shouting out somebody on their birthday that a lot of so-called fans have forgotten about. The Tribe doc, all this. I don't have to explain where my heart and my pedigree is with hip-hop. This whole Meek Mill shit, and even the way he used the words, and then other people saying, you can't speak on our culture, meaning black culture. You're getting too comfortable speaking on our culture. You're getting too comfortable speaking on all things black. And I was thinking about that part of it. And the thing that really bothers me about that is that, if you listen to the podcast, I think you have an understanding of how I grew up and the type of people I grew up around. And I'm not saying that in any kind of tough guy way. Like I grew up around black people since I was young, from basketball to hip hop to the G Moody factor to my other friends. I was exposed to that, and it is a huge blessing. And the reality of it is if you grew up around like that and you grew up around that environment since you're 12 years old, you get comfortable in that environment. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a great thing. That's a fantastic thing. That's a blessing. If we were all more comfortable in foreign environments, if we were all more comfortable being around people we're not used to being around, if we were all more comfortable being around people that are not like us, and I'm talking about Americans, I'm talking about white people being around black people being around white people, everybody being around Spanish people. We could even go as far Asian people, Indian people. We all are different. We all deserve to be treated equally, yes. But we're different. We have different cultures. We speak differently. We act differently in our homes. I mean, there's no set rules, but that's just the reality. This nonsense about, some people say, I'm colorblind, I don't see color. Bullshit. I don't see gender. So you mean to tell me when you're talking to a woman, you're not aware that you're talking to a woman? You mean to tell me if you're talking to an Asian dude, you're not aware that you're talking to an Asian dude? Get the fuck out of here. Now, I'm not saying this is the focal point of the conversation or of who you're dealing with, but we're different, and that's fantastic, and we should all be treated equally and with the same respect. But this whole idea, of course, hip-hop is spawned from black culture. But if I could give love and make documentaries and celebrate and admire and bring attention to and all the positive shit that I do about hip hop from the bottom of my heart because I'm just a fan, if I say somebody's whack, my opinion is not unvalidated because I'm white and this ain't our culture and you shouldn't speak on it. The sooner that we are all more comfortable around each other, good, bad, or indifferent, the sooner we're able to step on each other's toes and it doesn't become a fucking race war, the better. I know I'm in the fucking minority. I know the way I grew up and what I was exposed to is the minority. And I'm not going to look at it like I'm patting myself on the back or anything like that. You don't have to have, grown up the way I grew up with to be comfortable and to be open-minded, a fair-thinking person. I'm just speaking for myself. But this whole idea like, you can't speak on our culture. That's why I start going, I've seen this, I've done this, I've been around this. Fuck out of here. Because when this whole, you're invited to the barbecue, when you shout out Rakim on his 50th birthday, you're invited to the barbecue for being in a Talib Kweli video, you're invited to the barbecue for being in a Jay-Z video, you're invited to the barbecue for being on a Master Ace record, but then when you say Meek Mill is trash, fuck you, you're not invited to the barbecue, don't speak on our culture, get the fuck out of here, man. Again, I shouldn't have said he's trash, because he's not a trash rapper. But it opened up a conversation beyond him and beyond what I said. And it's discouraging to me that motherfuckers think that you should be nervous and uncomfortable around them. And you shouldn't speak on something. I don't believe that. What is football? What is baseball? What is basketball? Can a black person not speak on hockey? Can black people not speak on golf? Or only Tiger Woods? Tennis, or only Serena Williams? I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and it's a slippery slope, and I don't fuck with it. I don't support it. I don't acknowledge it. So I'm going to continue to talk my shit. And I'm not one of these people, I've said this before on the podcast either, I'm not one of these people who says, I have no regrets. I regret saying that. And I regret that it got back to him, because I know he probably felt bad. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing saying I'm trash? I'm not trash. Just like I would say, your podcast is trash. Suck my dick. What the fuck are you talking? So whatever. So it was what it was. I should have used different words. And when I thought about it, I was thinking about the All-Star game as a whole. I was thinking about the NBA Saturday night, the dunk contest, his performance, which it's like there were sound issues that a lot of people were complaining about. And I'm not a big fan, but he's definitely not trash. But that's not the point where I'm bringing it up again. I'm bringing it up again because I just think that it's some real bullshit that race gets thrown into it as soon as me, Michael Rapaport, the Gringo Mandingo, the White Chocolatito, says something that you don't like. Then I shouldn't speak on it. But if I'm kicking knowledge and saying something you like, you get the barbecue. I don't want the motherfucking barbecue invite no matter what I say. Fuck your barbecue.
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Anyway, that's it. Done. 40 minutes of funk, 40 minutes of fire. It's the I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. Listen, you know where to find us. At Michael Rapaport Everything. At I Am Rapaport Everything. Email us at IamRapaportPodcast@gmail.com. I'm done. Miles, Jordan, please take me out of here with something real nice, something real proper. But most importantly, when we're leaving, I need it to be real funky.